Starting off the workout with decline push-ups. It's a really great hit for the upper portion of your chest. People don't do push-ups as often, but if you're hitting the right angles, you can get a definite chest workout from just push-ups alone, and it's using your body weight. As you can see, this workout is all chest dominant with just push-ups, right? Now doing the incline to get another angle, more so your lower chest right in the center. If you want to switch up your grip variation on those two, you could do diamond if you wanted to get yet again another angle while still hitting those triceps. So now switching over to the wide grip push-up. So just hitting the outer portion of your chest and getting that full roundness, okay? Now working on the explosion. So explosion push-ups. If you want to, you can substitute this for clap push-ups if you want to make it a little harder. And then lastly, to finish it off, burn off that chest with a little pulsing action. Workout will be in the description. Go ahead and give it a try. Welcome back to chapter number 2. Now, chapter number 2's overview is basic exercise science. It's a little more lengthier, and I definitely have to touch on just the highlight points because it would get really too long for the video. So explaining the nervous system, skeletal, muscular, and endocrine. All 4 of those can take hours on end, at least an hour. If you want to try to shorten it as far as a full hour-long lecture over each of those systems, which isn't going to happen right now. But just a few little things here that I would think will be pertinent. So speaking of the nervous system, what is the nervous system, right? The nervous system is a conglomeration of billions of cells specifically designed to provide a communication network within the human body. It's very broad, very basic. Remember, I'm not going to go into full detail because it's a whole lesson in its own. Just little snippets, everything verbatim for the book, because there's many different definitions, of the nervous system. What it does, what's its function, so on and so forth, that, like I said, it can get too long. Let's see here. Your neurons, the functional unit of the nervous system. You have your sensory neurons and your motor neurons, right? So the sensory neurons transmit nerve impulses from effector sites such as muscles and organs via receptors to the brain and spinal cord. The motor neurons transmit nerve impulses from the brain and spinal cord to effector sites. So you got a little bit of both there. You also have your central nervous system and your peripheral. Remember, I'm just going to run through it because it'll get too long. You have also, let's see here, what else would be good? The divisions of your skeletal system. So you have the axial skeletal and the appendicular skeleton. Now, as I am skimming through this, right, it would be bad as me as an example. If any of you guys, any of these key points that I'm touching on, want me to go into further detail, I can do a side video. I don't mind. It's all a learning lesson. That's what I'm here. Or I wouldn't show you guys what the actual material is for the actual personal training certification through NASM. People think it's just, oh, training this and that. You'd be surprised how much in depth it does go with certain personal training certification. That's why they have their power rankings from different accreditations. So you have NASM, ACSM, ISSA, just to name a few, as far as the personal training certs and what they hone in on that separates themselves from each. Let's see here. Then you have your types of bones. Your long bones, short bones, flat, irregular, and sesamoid. Your vertebral column, So you have your cervical spine, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, and your coccyx. Your types of joints: non-synovial, synovial, gliding, condyloid, hinge, saddle, pivot, ball and socket. Your ligaments. And let's see, now we're going to muscle fibers. So you have your epimysium, perimysium, endomysium, tendons. Right now I know it sounds like I'm talking foreign language, but anybody with a medical background, you know some of this stuff. But for people that are not, like I said, if anything sounds intriguing, I don't mind going back over it. Like I said, chapter 2 was a lot. And I think the last note I'll leave you with goes into, well, your muscles as movers. I think this one, fitness people, this will work, right? So you have your agonist, which is your prime mover, your synergist, which is assists the prime mover, your stabilizer, when it stabilizes while the prime mover and synergist work, and then your antagonist, which is the opposite mover. So for instance, when you're doing the chest press, your prime mover is your pectoralis major, right? Or when you're doing the chest press, your synergist is your deltoids, right? Also, your stabilizer is your rotator cuff, and then your antagonist is your post deltoid. So all that when you're doing the chest press, right? And then a little bit of the hormones, so growth hormone, testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and then again the effects of exercise. So get ready for chapter 3 tomorrow. It's going to be on the cardiorespiratory system. All right, stay tuned.
I'm just a penny, tell 'em my brains is